Hey guys, I'm Hannah.
And I'm Abby.
And today we're going to be doing like a really chill, casual, who knows each other better, which she will probably know me better. But
no, my questions are pretty easy.
I came up with like a list of like 10 questions and
I got 6, so it's a little uneven, which is why we're not making it a competition.
So I was like, you can steal some of mine, and she was like, let's just make it like casual and we'll just like chat about it, which mine are like more on the chatty side anyway.
A lot of the like typical tags that I found, like all the questions like were super easy. So
yeah,
I was trying to come up with ones that she might not know the answer of.
And she basically can read my mind, so she has to come up with like questions that would be easy enough for me to guess for her, because I can't really read her mind, but that would be more difficult for her to guess.
We couldn't have the same questions, basically, is what Hannah's saying.
Except my mind works in convoluted loops. So, did you want to go first, or?
You should go first.
Yeah, I have more.
Because it makes it a little look.
Okay. So some of these are kind of like a little bit more, because I've been kind of collecting the questions as like over a longer period of time. So some of them are like more from back as like, yeah, like kind of a phase that I went through. Okay. So the first question is, if I got to be interviewed on one podcast, what would it be?
I'm assuming it's that you listen to.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't really have very much interest in listening to and to be interviewed on a podcast that I don't listen to.
I'm gonna guess Katie DALEBOUT.
Yes.
Yes!
The Let It Out podcast.
Yes.
Or Let It Out radio, I think is actually.
Really?
But I think so. Let It Out with Katie DALEBOUT. That's the important part.
And we can link her in the description.
Yes. She's cool.
Okay, I'm gonna go next. Okay.
Yeah.
Why do I sometimes wish I was born in February?
Oh, because the birthstone is with us?
Yes. That's a pretty easy one. Yeah. Most of mine are pretty easy and straightforward. But
mine are like really hard.
This might be really boring because we're not going, right. Like, I tried to come up with really hard questions so that you wouldn't know.
Yours, I think some of mine you will have to think about a little bit. I'm not sure. I thought that with the podcast one, I thought you would kind of like debate. I decided I should probably write down my answers, so then that like, oh well, probably.
Yes, I did too. Yeah.
Because I'm like more that type of person where I'm like, yeah, I could see that. Okay, if I got to meet one person from the blogging world, who would it be?
KYLIE?
Ooh, that's a good one, but that's not who I wrote down.
I'm gonna eat that. We can link her too.
We'll just include like all the links for everyone that we're referring to.
Yeah, anyone who has websites or podcasts or media. Oh, Lindsay.
No.
And BJORK.
That was BJORK and Lindsay were my second but I chose not for them because I want to meet them together, and I said one person.
Oh, one person.
And so I was like, I couldn't like separate them, so I was like, they'll just be second place because it's only one person. KYLIE's a good one though. But I think when I originally
them?
Yes. I think when I originally wrote this list, I don't think I was regularly following KYLIE. So, and I didn't, when I was rethinking my answers, I was just like, oh yeah, for sure. Now I think it would be more like, oh, I can't decide between these three, which would be BJORK and Lindsay, the one that I wrote down in KYLIE. But,
oh, I can't think of anyone. Is it a food blog?
Mm-hmm. I think you're gonna kick yourself when you think of it, because you know that, well, I won't get it. I won't get any clues.
Pioneer Woman? That'd be me.
Yes, I was thinking that. I was like, that's probably more you. I mean, she's really funny and sweet, but I wouldn't necessarily meet her. I can give you a clue if you want a clue.
Is it a girl?
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
right.
The likelihood is very high. Oh, Amanda!
Yes.
Ah!
From Running the Spoons.
Yes. Okay. Yes. Got it.
I can also do a couple at a time because I have more. So do you want me to go again? Or?
No, I'll
okay.
What is my favorite animal?
Oh gosh.
I love a lot of animals. So
yeah, she likes a lot, and I know that it's probably kind of leaned in different directions over the years. I don't know if it's changed.
Nope, this is pretty much not changed.
I'm kind of trying to decide between two.
Yep. I figured you would.
Horses?
Yep.
I was trying to decide between horses and dogs because you really like dogs, obviously.
Yeah, but horses win.
I
do like rodents.
Yeah.
And cats, but...
Oh, this one! I like this one. This is going to be... No, okay. If I got to meet one YouTuber, who would it be? And who would I be most likely to fangirl if I did meet them?
Is it the same person?
Probably. Well, yes. I have two that are close seconds, and this one I actually...
Dan and Phil are the close seconds, right?
No.
They're the first... Wait, that... Oh, Phil! Phil!
Which I was like, felt like I was ripping something apart, but I was like, I couldn't put any, like, I would, if I only had to choose one person, then I would probably choose Phil, but I also put as like my close seconds, obviously besides Dan, because Dan would have to be, if I was allowed two people.
Well, you pretty much would meet them.
Right.
I'm gonna guess the close second.
Okay.
Zoe.
No.
Alfie? Missing someone.
This was also really hard because I had
Ricky?
many people. Yeah, Ricky was one of them. And then the other one I realized I wasn't really following my own rule about only one person because it wasn't like the answer.
Oh, the Merrell twins?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
And so I had Ricky or the Merrell twins as second. This one was so hard. If I could choose one book world to live in, what would it be? If we were doing points. No. Rivendell is if I were in Middle Earth. It took me a little while. I would probably live in Rivendell, but I'm not as fascinated by the Middle Earth as most people.
In the cupboards?
Mm-hmm. Wow, you're good. By Andy Wilson. One of my favorite series.
It's like a security blanket for me, so.
Yes, and it's like anything by Andy Wilson, it's like balm to the soul. I could actually really use listening to Andy Wilson again.
I was thinking that recently too.
Okay.
How old was I when I had my first crush?
Oh. Ugh. I'm not sure I know this one. I mean,
you should know my first crush.
I do, but I forget. Like, I know one, and I think two, and the thing is with age, it's like, I'll be like, oh, I was close, and then guess like the next one, like on either side of the age. I think I'll start, I think I'm too old. 14?
You're too old.
12?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. My first guess was 12, but I knew that 14 was like not a good year for you. And so I was like, maybe it was 14. And so I was like, I'll go with 14 first and then 12. Because I thought it was 12.
No, 14 was the year I had a crush, but solely on looks and not on personality at all.
Part of it, it's like easier to get over because it's not like founded on anything, but part of it, it's like harder to get over because it's not founded on anything, and so it's harder to like reason with.
Yeah, this one's a little more complicated. I wasn't including YouTube at the time, probably partly because you didn't know anyone.
She sucked me in.
Who did I wish I could meet when I was younger? Probably about 14 to 16, maybe 18.
Oh.
And then I have a clue. It's more than one. It's more than one person. It's two people.
Oh, okay. Okay, I would guess, but it's only one person.
I mean, you might think of it.
Two people go together.
Yeah. You might think so. It's like Lindsay and Bjork, where you might think Lindsay, but Bjork like goes with it.
But it's not like the Pioneer Woman and Andy Wilson, for instance.
No.
Two people.
It'd be like the Pioneer Woman and Marble Man.
Yeah. Mr. and Mrs. Paisley?
That's a good guess.
My guess is
that was one. That was another one of the people that I would say, but
Yeah, I was gonna guess Brad
Like
Paisley,
these
but I was
two
like,
people, they're dead. So like Brad Paisley was
were
like,
they dead when you wanted to meet
so
them?
these are like the dead people that I said.
Oh, okay.
Like when people say dead or
Dead
alive,
or alive.
I would like usually split them. If I was meeting a live person, I would have said Brad Paisley, and then if I was meeting
I
a
see.
dead person, I would say.
Well, that just opened up a huge pool of people.
And this is after I said all the people like C.S. Lewis, like everyone said. So like people would say, oh, we're saying.
I mean, I'm assuming it's like more specific to you.
Mm-hmm.
Are they a musician? Or is one of them more famous than the other? Or like more well known? Obviously, they might not be famous.
I guess yes, maybe. Yeah, I guess.
And my second question was
if they're musicians.
Right. One or more of them are musicians.
Not in the way you're thinking of.
Oh. Do we know that they're like famous Christians, like missionaries or something?
They're not missionaries. They're people of faith.
I feel like it's gonna be super obvious. I know like the dinner party question, which was probably much later.
They were included in the dinner party question at one point.
Because I know there was Pioneer Woman and Brad Paisley, and I think at one point,
yeah,
maybe
that you're too late.
Right.
It was like
the original. If you haven't heard of like the classic dinner party question where someone says like, if you could bring X many people to a dinner party that you were hosting, who would you choose? And so we've kind of like done our own, and mine are like basically constantly changing between like 10 people, depending on how many people I was allowed and what I was feeling like at the moment. Are they a couple?
Yes.
Probably should have asked that earlier, but I was just kind of assuming. Did they write a book?
One of them did.
The girl wrote a book.
And I was obsessed with
I was
it.
gonna say yes. Oh! Captain and Maria Von Trapp? Oh! I'm not sure. I kind of knew that, but not really. Like, I'm sure we probably discussed it in the dinner party question. But I knew you were obsessed with the book. Okay, this is like super specific, but you can be as general as you want. So like, I have it written down a super specific, very, very specific answer.
Okay.
Where is it? What would my last dinner be? Like if I could choose like my last dinner.
Pizza?
Mm-hmm.
And ice cream? No.
Very close.
Frozen yogurt.
Mm-hmm. So my very, 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 very specific answer was Tuscan 6-cheese pizza with real cheese.
Oh, I should see if I didn't know it was more specific than that.
Yes.
Okay. If you asked, I would have known that.
Yes. There's also two other like menu items that
A
you
drink.
didn't get.
There's a drink.
Yeah, there's a drink.
Fruit? Vegetable?
No.
Please tell me
No, there's no vegetable.
And then a bread item?
Yeah.
Breadsticks?
Yes, and
Cashew cream.
yes. It's like a cashew sauce that we make that we dip the breadsticks in. It's really good.
Link our cousin's recipe down below.
Oh yeah.
Hashtag promo.
Yeah. Just a little bit more water to make it thin enough to dip the breadsticks in. I really want a pizza
Drink.
before this.
Alex?
No. We're having pizza.
We're having pizza?
No, that was cruel. I'm saying in this hypothetical situation, we're having pizza, so think like drinks.
Root beer.
Yes.
And then frozen yogurt. This is gonna be hard. Is it Costco's?
I wasn't that specific. I was mostly specific with the
Chocolate?
flavor. Yeah, chocolate. I would have a certain way of serving the frozen yogurt that I specified.
Frozen yogurt ice cream cake? If we did.
But it's kind of like that kind of the idea, like where you're taking
Frozen yogurt parfaits? Frozen.
Close.
Have I had it before?
I'm not sure we've done it with frozen yogurt. Maybe we did, but with ice cream, I've had it for my birthday before.
Oh, frozen yogurt bar.
Yes, like with all the like different
Yeah.
toppings and stuff to choose from, like to make your own sundaes and like with frozen yogurt. I'm not sure if it would really work, but I love frozen yogurt. I love ice cream as well. This one you probably know. What is my greatest fear?
Like people rejecting you or
Basically.
not being accepted.
Basically, as it not
like,
being wanted.
Not being wanted.
Which is basically the same thing as like being rejected or not being accepted. So.
what is my favorite holiday?
4th of July?
Yep. That was too easy.
We have a friend who is a pyrotechnician, and so we, Abby and our 2 younger siblings and our dad, help him set up the fireworks, and so I know she loves doing that, which I think would be supremely boring, but she loves it.
So I think, yeah. Okay. This actually, so when I originally wrote this down, it had 1 answer. Now it has 2. So what style of dancing do I want to learn sometime?
Ooh, I wish I had thought of this question as well. I wish I could.
I think they're the same, pretty much the same.
Ballroom?
Ballroom is one of them.
Was that the first one?
That's the first one.
There's so many different kinds of dancing I wish I could learn. I think it's called, it's not interpretive dance, but it's something like that. It's like interpretive something dance.
Interpretive dance is the one on my thing.
Oh, really? Yeah. Okay. I could not think of I was like alternative, I knew that wasn't right, but yeah, interpretive.
With the interpretive dance, it's not like for sure I want to learn it, it intrigues me.
Yeah.
So
those two
ballroom dancing I really want to learn sometime.
Both of them are things that really appeal to me, but I am horrible at anything that's physical or requires coordination. So
rhythm.
Or rhythm. This is why I failed at music.
What's your last question?
So it's another classic question that everyone asks. Who would I cast to play me in the movie of my life? If I had a movie about my life, who would I cast to play me? And obviously I don't have a very wide pool because I don't know a lot of actresses.
Oh!
She's gonna nail it. I thought she was gonna get it right out of the barrel.
Okay, I have a guess. I know someone who would be good.
Oh, really?
Yes, I don't know who's it. Jennifer Lawrence.
Oh, I've obviously seen pictures of her. I would love to see her dressed up as me, especially because I have her image as much more sophisticated and chic and
yeah.
Well, I feel kind of like a 14 to 16-year-old trapped in a 26-year-old body, and she looks like she
I think she kind of probably feels the same way though. I don't know because I haven't met her obviously.
I should actually see how
I know her
is.
name.
Yes. Let's just say there's multiple reasons why I would cast her to play me. She's 5 years older than me.
Is she in an Avengers movie?
Nope.
Okay.
This is a little bit unfair because I haven't actually seen her play in a movie.
Oh, is she in a TV show?
No, that's a good guess.
Was she a voice actress?
Mm-hmm.
Is that the unquantifiable thing?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
So I saw her in a movie that she voiced over. And then I've seen clips of her from another movie that she did. And then I've seen interviews with her. This is the question I've almost spoiled a million times. You 100% know her name.
Do I know what she looks like?
Mm-hmm.
Did she dye her hair blonde for a chance? I mean, that doesn't...
She probably has for a role, but I think she's naturally brown. There's a little bit of a problem because she's a lot shorter than me. At least from what I've seen. She's a lot shorter and she's much more petite than I am.
It'd be like me getting Rosanna Pansino.
Yes.
She's been on YouTubers' videos. In videos with YouTubers.
Mm-hmm.
A
video for sure.
Anna Kendrick.
Yes.
Okay.
So the other reason is that I really love her voice, and if I had a good singing voice, I want it to sound like hers.
Yeah.
And so that was what first got me onto it.
Is she shorter than you?
She's at least she seems really short. And everything that I've seen her in, she looks very short up against everyone. 5'2". Considerably shorter than me. So that's finally it. I finished all of my questions, all 12 of them, and Abby finished hers. So we're finally done.
Thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked it, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and maybe comment if you have anything that you like to say. We will comment back eventually. Subscribe! Subscribe! That's the obvious thing. If you like it, subscribe. You don't. It's free, like a lot of people say. But you don't have to. You can do whatever you want.
We'll see you guys next week.
Bye!